Lantern Carrier is with us.
Oh, he's on
I am
today. That's
indeed.
good.
Hi, Lantern Carrier. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Looking forward to hearing your great poetry.
Oh.
I'll do something simple today.
Yeah, and your memory is fantastic,
Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the Poetic Reading with Fertile Brains. Always this internet gives us trouble. And can you hear me?
Yep.
Thank you, Toya. Thank you for your presence and thank you for giving out that. And it's such a terrible thing that whenever we uh, try to do something good, there is always an impediment that encounters. I wish
True.
I could heal the world, eradicate the hate, the injustice. I wish I could shake every soul that carries this love. Love will cure every single solitary disease, and all there should be said by Melody Lee. With those lines of Melody Lee, let us uh, carry a hope of spreading love and affection throughout the humanity, and peace thrives in the world. With this, I would love to invite Dr. Deena Padayachee to render his poem. Please give a round of
Thank
applause, my
you
dear
very much.
friends.
Thank you very much, Prasanna. Really appreciate it, and it's the highlight of my week to participate in this Zoom gathering of poets. Really appreciate all the effort you go to make this possible. This poem is something I wrote about uh, the kind of challenges we face, in a profession. I think everybody, each person in his own profession, faces great challenges and great rewards, and harvests great rewards. So this poem is called A Doctor's Prayer. To be ethical in a sometimes unethical world, to be honest in a world which is often dishonest, to be humane and civil in a world which is too often inhuman and uncivilized, to be non-racist in a world that sometimes prides itself on being legally racist, to adhere to the highest moral standards in a world that sometimes condones immorality, to always behave with humility and kindness in a world full of arrogance and duplicity, to always act in the best interests of our patients and not in the best interests of our overdrafts, to never dishonor our colleagues and our noble profession, to try to live in a way that focuses on leaving behind happy memories. That is the daily challenge faced by every medical practitioner and every human being. May we always behave in a manner that does not bring opprobrium on ourselves, our families, our colleagues, our fellow human beings, and our country. May we never dishonor those who suffered so much to garner for us and our descendants our hard-won and blood-soaked freedom from legally imposed racism. Thank you.
Perfect, sir. That absolutely I agree with you. And the kind of challenges that medically is being faced is unprecedented. Maybe
Yes.
there's kind of education or the kind of uh, what do you call the enlightenment of these people. So the awareness among the masses is very much important. I absolutely agree with you. The humanity should, the people in general should understand the complexity of the profession that is been, and a doctor's profession especially. So I love your poem. I love your, the pain that you expressed through your
Indeed, indeed,
poems.
indeed. I
Please give a
salute
round of
Dr.
applause.
Dina. I salute Dr. Dina. Such a meaningful poem. Very great, insightful, and inspirational start.
Thank
Very
you.
insightful. Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasanna. And
Thank you, sir.
let me
Please give a
carry
round
on.
of applause, my dear friends. That was Deena Padayachee.
And thanks, Ronnie, for your comment.
Lantern, Ronnie, Ronnie Tucker is up next. Please, Ronnie.
Hello, everyone. And I got this poem I was going to read about 3 times back, but I couldn't make it, called The Weight of Dreams. Angels fluttering in astonished eyes as the cosmic stream is unfolding. Can you taste the sound as it trips through confusion? All is constant illusion. Surreal, so sweet in the dreamscape. It's so real you can really feel. Tranquil is the vision. Light up the love, the stars shine bright tonight. A voice cries out, echoing like a beacon. The mantra is shining through. In the ether, gleaming colors dance so brilliantly. Reflections passing in ever-changing shapes. Transpire to mystical delight. Enter in the exit of time. See the broken faces that mirror eternity. Believe in the voices playing in your head as you float through realms that grows inside your head. Sweet infinity chimes in the same way. Always from the minds, from the stars. The weight of dreams so lost at the edge. The prisms is the same, forever stained. Nighttime flows with the dreams. In a mystical ocean of the mind, magnificent is sunshine, awaiting to dawn, to break the mists of day. The waking is the hardest in this realm of mystery. Thank you.
Magnificent is the sunshine, yes, indeed, and waiting for its dawn. Wonderful. Beautiful imagery.
Thank you.
Ronnie, thanks for coming out. Ronnie with his beautiful work. Up next is the he is a veteran army personnel. Please, Gopal sir, please.
यस सर, थैंक यू प्रसन्ना जी और रूपाली मैडम, नमस्कार। अर्ज कर रहा हूँ, आज मैं चाहता हूँ कि टू लाइनर्स दोहे सुनाओ। कुछ इंडिपेंडेंट कविताएं 2 लाइन की होती हैं, ये दोहा इसको बोलते हैं। तो रूपाली मैडम, प्रसन्ना जी, लफ्ज मिल नहीं रहे, लफ्ज मिल नहीं रहे आपकी तारीफ के लिए। अरे तारीफ उसकी हो जिसका कोई जवाब तो हो, तारीफ उसकी हो जिसका कोई जवाब तो हो, आप कोई लग। एक और है कि मोहब्बत हमने भी की थी और निभाई भी थी, मोहब्बत हमने भी की थी और निभाई भी थी। फर्क इतना हुआ कि हमको याद रही और आप भूल गए। फर्क इतना हुआ कि हमें याद रहा और आप भूल गए। अर्ज है कि कुछ समझ नहीं आता आज के हालात में, कुछ समझ नहीं आता आज के हालात में। जाने क्या हो जाए बेकाबू बेताब, जाने क्या हो जाए बेकाबू जज्बात में। तो बिगड़े हालात से मत उलझो, शायद बाजी हार जाओ। बिगड़े हालात से मत उलझो, शायद बाजी हार जाओगे। अपनी कमजोरियों से लड़ो, अब बाजी जीत जाओगे, बाजी मार जाओगे। अपनी कमजोरियों से लड़ो, बाजी मार जाएंगे। इसके अलावा मैंने खुदा की, उस ईश्वर की तलाश में कुछ सवाल किए और कुछ सवाल मैंने डायरेक्टली भी पूछे भगवान से, वो भी पेश करता हूं। कि किसी ने हजरत मंसूर जी से साहब से पूछा कि खुदा कैसा लगता है। किसी ने हजरत मंसूर साहब से पूछा कि खुदा कैसा लगता है। वो बोले कि बिल्कुल वैसा जैसे तुम सोचो, खुदा वैसा लगता है। बिल्कुल जैसा तुम सोचो, खुदा वैसा लगता है। अरे मैं तो खुदा का बंदा हूं, मेरी अंदर से प्रभु का नूर है, मेरे अंदर खुदा का नूर है। जो अंदर है वो उल्फत है, जो बाहर है वो सरूर है। जो अंदर है वो उल्फत है, जो बाहर है वो सरूर है। एक सवाल मैंने पूछा है कि भगवान से सवाल करूंगा, तो वह है कि मेरी जिंदगी की सजा मरने में पूरी हुई। मेरी जिंदगी की सजा मरने पर सजा पूरी हुई। फिर ये नर्क, ये दोज़ख, खुदा की क्या मजबूरी हुई कि मुझे जिंदगी की सजा मिली, मरने पर पूरी हुई, फिर ये दोज़ख, ये नज़्र, खुदा की क्या मजबूरी हुई, ये तो भगवान ही बता सकता है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That was lovely, sir.
Yes,
Please give a
thank
round of
you.
applause, my dear friends. And please welcome Richard
In
Spisak.
fact, I'd like to say something, Prasanna, here, because we've been listening
Richard
to Gopal
Spisak.
Purdhani for a couple of years now, I think, when he has joined us. And there has been a consistency, a persistent consistency in the way in which he expresses his deep belief in humanity. You know, it's not like, the way many of us write about humanity because that is the trending thing, you know. Not that he doesn't write about peace or God because it's trending. It's so consistent and so persistent that I think that, your poetry is really a part of yourself, Karupadani, and we're so happy to hear you and to have you here. Thank you so much. Where is Prasanna? Disappeared.
He seemed to have disappeared.
Yeah, he vanished. So who is next? Somebody.
Trouble.
Ronnie, if you have not read your poem, you can go ahead.
No, I've done read. I know he was having trouble at the beginning with, he was going in and out.
Whoever was here right in the beginning. Jennifer.
Ronnie has read Dr. Roopali.
Okay, Lantern Carrier, are you going to read?
Yes, I can.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. The art of kindness, good deeds. Kindness is an unspoken thought channeled from a mother's heart. It is the joy she feels within whenever her newborn baby is seen.
Kumari.
It is the glee of the soul embracing the infant's tiny flame or frame, reflecting a delicate touch, just as much as the heart's blankets enhances the warmth of the homeless on cold, dreary, wintry nights that howl like wolves. Kindness is synonymous with warmth. Is it the tender smile that soothes her fright, or the throb within from the heron's flight? My heart glows from compliments of integrity from whomever or however it comes in poetry. Kindness begins within in seed form, manifests without for the joy of the soul and the good of others. It distances itself from analytical minds and the grandiose ideas of dissecting egos. It is not the it is not the egos of charity publicizing their help to Africa. It is the silent stream within, exemplifying good deeds unseen. Humanity is nothing but a manifestation of consciousness. Since we are all sparks of the eternal, then who is helping whom? Africa needs our hot sunrise infinitely more than she needs our sunset help. And in offering this jewel to her in soulful service, everything else will follow. I am grateful to those I serve, for they are giving me an opportunity to cultivate my inner virtues. Receptivity is essential to grace, which flows from the heartfelt deeds that come only from a warm place within. Is it a twinkle from my brow? I saw the dazzle in her eyes as she laughed just now. The very nature of kindness is to spread, says the visionary seer Sri Chinmoy. If you're kind to others, today they will be kind to you, and tomorrow to somebody else. You and I create the world by the vibrations we transmit. I see warmth and compassion in the prophet's eyes, his inward gaze to heaven, his silent smiles and gentle streams of blessings. The warmth of my mother's kindness and dauntless soul owes the last ounce of sacrifice on my behalf. I bear witness to an unmarried teenager's concern and fortitude, saw at first hand her vivacious strands of beauty, her soul playing melodies like lutes. She personified generosity to the fullest, left behind a legacy poor in finances, but rich from the merits of paradise. Love gave her the wisdom to know the right side up in this beautiful yet topsy-turvy world. She knew instinctively that sacrifice was the foundation of enduring love. Kindness comes with honesty. If I am sincere when my energies enter into another's heart, then memories will not tussle or be bitter to endure, but instead they will be full of warmth. Look at the sun and moon, how they nourish and give solace to Mother Earth. They know intuitively that in giving lies a joy called receiving, mutual to the harmonious oneness of all parties concerned. O warmth, O kindness, entangle me in your streams of love, so that the shooting stars dance into the warmth of all my summers, and grant me peace. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
Brilliant, sir, brilliant. Humanity is the manifestation of consciousness, beautifully expressed. Beautiful line, beautiful line. Please give a round of applause, my dear
You
friends.
returned. I thought something had gone wrong with you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry.
Please welcome Richard Spisak.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be here with these fine poets. My brother Prasanna, thank you so much for this wonderful space that you create. I have a piece sort of to chide our cultures, and in your cultures, as many and varied as they are, too often we see the same problem where the rich seem to walk through the world with no limitations whatsoever. So this is about that. We've had a horrible example in our current politics. So I'm going to read this. This is called Once Again Proved in a Switch. Once again, thank you. It's proved in a switch. If you're rich, you can be 47 kinds of a unsavory rich. And walk through walls no cell can keep you. Walk through the open church and ignore all the people. Once again, all the restraints are unused. Why, son, if you're rich, the sheriff will shine your shoes. I listed all the places the charges were dropped, a myriad places where the law just stopped. It was basically flopped. You'd be convinced of all those laws on the books, there just weren't any. You'd shine that penny. If sadly you didn't have any, that is, if you were cash short, the law snorts, or some kind of friendless non-entity, if you're down to your few last pennies, oh, then the law would drop on you. If you had not 2 coins to rub together stop you, you'd be hauled on a million charges, maybe accidentally some copper's gun discharges. Accidentally, of course, because it's rare. You old poor pool boy, you'll probably end up in jail. It's completely unnecessary to remind that any rich man in any court will find a special place to rest his feet on a fleet of eternity's attorneys to make it all read. Steal some secrets, corrupt elections, maybe he'll see justice with it, or with just few new connections. how he stumbled past any law form. He just laughed and passed out some tensely gingery gold-plated chloroform. Steal and rob murder for sure, then barely 10 minutes later he'll be waltzing out the door. He'll be rewarded in the end as long as he can buy enough of those judicial prejudicial friends. Justice just looks away and coughs. Election interference, don't worry, that well-coiffed head. All the charges will be suddenly circumstantially dismissed instead. Election interference, why, that's just for littles. Go ahead, your maid just told us the prosecutor's busy frying up your favorite victuals. Investigations of your bogus college scam, why, we've dropped, they flopped by a hopping prosecutor with a willful knowledge. Amazing what writing kiting checks can do, whether from Manhattan, Miami, or Kalamazoo. His boast he could shoot anybody on 2nd Avenue no longer seems to ring so hollow. And all that stuff you once found hard to swallow, more like Daniel in a den of spaniels. Walk on water, steal the race, seems simply pathological. And if the occasional reporter dares ask a question, parenthetical, order me up 11,780 votes, that case all washed away. But hey, in a great big flood of money sways, take note, who's to say? All those secrets stacked and packed at a pull at Mar-a-Lago, and any discussion of that, my friends, well, keep it under your hat, there's been an embargo. Will New York or Georgia find some spine, or just blinking slink away like some scoundrel in the nick of time? Unfortunately, it's too common, my friends. But you are rich in poetry, you're rich in friends. God bless every one of you. Thank you. Thank you.
You are, wow, brilliant. Please give a round of applause to Richard. It was amazing. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for making a brilliant performance.
Love your
Shyama
sense
sir,
of humor, Richard.
You need to turn off your mic. Please welcome Sridharan Parapudi.
Am I audible, Ji?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes. Way lost. Way lost. Asking the way to your house, I became a stranger. Asking the way to your house, I became a stranger. So I lost everything. Mine. If you are mine, then why are you so confused? You are mine means you are mine indeed. If you are mine, then why are you so confused? You are mine means you are mine indeed. Dreamless. They became dreamless since they are the dwellers of pavements. They became dreamless since they are the dwellers of pavements. Thank you.
Short and sweet as always, sir. You're mine indeed. Undoubtedly. That was Sridharan out his and short piece. Please give a round of applause and please welcome Maria.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm happy to be with you all once again. Thanks, Prasanna, for the invite. Today I have a small piece in Portuguese. Hope you don't mind. It's about our time of life that is very short, and we have to take the best of it within what we have. The title is A Vida é Sopro. Sonhar e sorrir para não deixar de existir. Caso a tristeza e a depressão vierem visitar, que sejam passageiras, não encontrem morada. Sem alegria, a vida significa nada. Sorria, amigo, deixe o seu coração vibrar com alegria. Não precisas de muitas coisas para ser feliz, mas tudo o que tiveres, aproveite ao máximo. A vida é curta, se cochilares, não despertarás, e a vida se foi embora. Thank you very much.
Wow, how beautiful, how beautiful. Thank you, Maria, for reading out in Portuguese. We love to have the flavor of different languages, and thank you for reading in your mother tongue. Thank you. So beautiful. Please give it
Very much.
thank you. It's such a pleasure, listening to that. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Dr. Roopali Sircar, our mentor, and she requires no introduction. So please.
Good evening, dear friends. It's been some time before since I haven't appeared here. I just traveled and traveled, trying to catch up with sick friends and people in trouble. I'm still not home. And so I appreciate that this is the month of Christmas, that we're all thinking of those who are, less privileged than us. We talk of kindness and compassion. And there's a poem that I've written on a fig tree, which I'd like to read out to you. The fig tree is very human. It actually tells you that if we give our compassion and we nurture people, we give our love to them, they'll bloom. So we have to reach out, extend ourselves. A tree dried a long time ago. It's a dead tree, they said. Something in its frozen dryness seemed to say, look here inside, I am alive. Twice they came with axe and spade, twice they were called away. Earth muscles stretched and relaxed, the wind sighed as it blew. The dry sky cold this year, the monsoons came pelting down, rivulets sloped down to the roots. The dead tree tasted nectar, stirring the sap of life inside, morphing the dry anatomy into a green body with budding leaves. The big, round, shining leaves unfurled, dressing it in an emerald green and pink. The wind danced past, lifting the bridal veil. Buds peeped with flowers and fruit, the magic wand of earth and water, the mystery of wind and sky, palpitating life, restored in full. Ah, this dry tree was a fig tree. Thank you. So I think that if we extend our love, our compassion, our friendship, I can see lives bloom. And I think, Prasanna, this poem is dedicated to you because that's what you've been doing for us, for the last 5 years. We have been dried fig trees who have bloomed. Thank you so much.
Not without you all, ma'am. So you are the branches of it. And you're the roots, in fact. In fact, unless roots, there are no branches. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being part, and thank you for a beautiful narration of that poem. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Such a beautiful presentation. Up next is, of course, Jennifer is something special to present. Jennifer.
Hello. Hello, everybody. My throat is still a bit scratchy, but I'm sure or hope you will be able to hear everything. First, I'd like to thank Prasanna for reading Roopali's poem recently, the one about the snail. And I'd like to thank Roopali for writing it because it inspired me to write a poem which I love. It's a very long poem. It's a very emotional poem, but I think enough of you know me by now that I write a lot of poems straight from the heart. So Roopali's poem was about a snail, and the last line stated, I didn't know I carried my home on my back. And I have a brain that sometimes words or pictures make a click. And when I feel this click, I know I'm going to write something. So immediately after the Fertile Brain Zoom with Prasanna, my brain just started flowing. And I wrote this poem all in one go. It's very long, so I hope you won't mind listening to it. And I've titled it Let me look for it. I'm using a new computer because my other one broke down. I've titled this poem, Worth the Pain. So, I carried you in my stomach for 9 months. 9 months of blood transfusion, my blood flowing to you through my placenta. 9 months of healthy food, drink, nurturing. 9 months of lullaby, humming, singing. So you will feel comfort hearing my voice. 9 months of praying to God, hoping you'd one day come out alive, healthy. 9 months of praying to God, please let my child grow up to be someone of you worthy. Though my stomach sometimes hurt a lot, joy hit my expectant heart whenever my brain felt you playing football inside of me, inside my placenta, dribbling within, kicking against my stomach wall. Your daddy loved to feel your vibrations in those magical moments whenever he was around. I loved it when his face, beaming with pride, he put his palm on where he sensed you were, feeling your sudden little movements. It's a boy. Look how he kicks. It's definitely going to be a boy, he shouted with glee, asking, concerned, if I was hurting. I simply said, smilingly, no, honey. I loved it when he kissed you through my skin. I loved it when he told you he loved you and the wonderful plans he had for you without ever seeing you. The days you caused me excruciating pain, you made me moan, you made me groan. I could not stand, I could not sit, I could not lie down without feeling discomfort. I prayed my pregnancy time would quickly come to an end. We never complained, all a part of preparation for childbirth. The hours before you arrived, I wanted you out, out, out. I could only, suffering unbearable pain, loudly shout. You made me scream, you made me grasp his hand so tightly. My nails pierced his skin, oozing blood, before I forgot to cut them. And he wanted to witness your coming, to witness my first motherhood. It was all for the good. You arrived, making us proud parents. Your childhood antics over time made us often buckle in a fit of laughter. We carried you in our arms. We carried you piggyback. You brought us so much joy, much more than you had playing with your friends, your toys. You grew up, making us again proud of your scholastic achievements, receiving often honors at diverse events. Later, you became a very successful businessman. You made us proud, never forgetting your humble roots, ignoring bad company, never in cahoots. Decades later, sadly, the day I most dreaded finally arrived. Your daddy, now a frail, sick old man, in his sleep peacefully died. You were there for us. You were there for me, grieving with me, comforting me, arranging his burial, everything for me. Though I refused your offer to come live with you and your family in the big city, wanting to remain close to his grave in our native village cemetery, you visited me regularly, driving for hours from the big city. More solitary years without him passed by. Blessed I am You are always here for me. In his absence, still visiting, fulfilling your filial piety. Now I can no longer walk. You often gently lift me up, carry me on your back, outside to sit with you, watching the mountains, the beautiful sunset. You carry me on your strong back, even to the water closet. It's now time to say farewell, my son. Overjoyed, proud am I that you could make this final trip before I forever close my eyes. I get to once again see your handsome smile. Our eyes can meet again, feeling, saying silent words of love. Hear my voice one more time, my son. Please let me hear you say once again, I love you, my little mama. 9 months I carried you within me. 9 years I playfully carried you on my back, piggyback. You have lovingly, dutifully, morally, emotionally, financially, physically been carrying me since your daddy passed away, more so in my final years. 9 months carrying you in my belly was worth it. The pains of pregnancy, delivery I endured were worth it. The sacrifices your late father and I made, spending money on your education, was worth it. I am so proud of you, my son. I carried you in my stomach. You have been carrying your old mama on your back. My final request to you, my son, now that I have reached the end of life's line, please lift me up a final time. Carry my body to be buried within your father's grave, so I can whisper in his ear how you've been so brave. I can now go to your father with a smile on my face, knowing you are still being blessed with the good Lord's grace.
My God, that was an epic, I would say. It wouldn't be justifying if I couldn't take your comments. Please,
Loved
Roopali
it.
ma'am and Jennifer, you have really
It's a
moved
classical
us.
poem. It's a classical poem. And I feel so teared up thinking that a very small poem about a snail and us carrying ourselves from place to place has brought about such a wonderful, it's inspired you to write a poem that is so true for all of us women. And I really don't know what to say. I'm sure there were more people who have things to say. It's a heartbreaking poem, but it's also a heart-lifting poem, both.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, dear Roopali.
And thank you, Jennifer. I know you waited for me to turn up before you read your poem. You kept in touch with me. I think there's something so special about you, because I remember your first poem that you read on Prasanna's Fertile Brain. The first poem was about your dad. It was about your father. I still remember.
Yeah.
Great poems and great literature can never be forgotten.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm delighted that you enjoyed listening to it.
Thank you so much.
Without you, it would not have been written.
I think we should record this, a special poem.
Thank you. I will when my voice is better, because I have a problem with my throat and my voice keeps coming and going. So I was glad it went okay in this poem.
It went beautifully.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. That was a really, very much moving and touching. What a brilliant, oh my God, description, I would say. Please welcome Dr. Miss Satinder Kaur.
Hi. Hello. Good evening to everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
My video is. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. And I am here with you with my poem, Tearful Adieu to Dad. This poem is based upon a real incident, a tragedy that struck my niece and her family 2 years back on 2nd of January. Her husband was a high official in Merchant Navy and he had come to his home on leave, and it was only a few days that he had been there. And the family had planned a picnic that day, and they were near a river, two children, parents, and their pet dog. And suddenly the pet dog fell into the waters, into the river, and the man tried to save its life and jumped into the cold waters of the river, thinking that he is a good swimmer and he will save the dog as well as himself. But ironically, the dog was saved and the man was swayed away by the powerful waves of the water. And then the family raised hue and cry. People came, but he was not to be seen. And it took 7 long days after the frantic search by the party of the rescuers that his body was found at a very large distance from this place where he had jumped off. And he was found in that state. And I could enter into the minds of the children, and it is the poem to express the mental state of the children. Tearful Adieu to Dad. Very small children they were at that time. Oh, valiant, kind, dutiful dad. Oh, valiant, kind, dutiful dad. What dreadful, tearful storm took you in its embrace, betraying us and dear mom in its wake. Betraying us and dear mom in its wake. Was it a day out for us, planned in the most exotic way? Was it a day out for us, planned in the most exotic way? You wanted to give us some amazing moments, never knowing which way the winds will sway, never knowing which way the winds will sway. Or was it a tempestuous adieu for which we were least prepared? Or was it a tempestuous adieu for which we were least prepared? A tug of war between the Creator and creation, where the heaven above was always triumphant. Where the heaven above was always triumphant. Our eyes were stoned, our tongues were muted. Our eyes were stoned, our tongues were muted, our minds overflowing with endless prayers, our minds overflowing with endless prayers, with trust in God and courage of Dad, we hoped he would overcome the power of waves. With trust in God and courage of Dad, we hoped he would overcome the power of waves. For 7 long days, we tossed between faith and dread. For 7 long days, we tossed between faith and dread. But the fragile thread of hope succumbed to a nightmarish end. The tireless efforts of the diverse teams remained fruitless in the end. The tireless efforts of the diverse teams remained fruitless in the end when they found Dad's dead body lying in the depths of his watery grave. Lying in the depths of his watery grave. Alas, no fun-filled vacations with you anymore. Alas, no fun-filled vacations with you anymore. Your handsome form will never be seen anymore. Your winsome smile and tinkling laughter will not be there anymore. But, Dad, we will meet you in dreams for sure. But, Dad, we will meet you in dreams for sure. Thank you.
They were sure they meet, ma'am, undoubtedly. And thank you for presenting such a, what a heart-wrenching rendition. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Padma Setaluri.
Hi, everyone. The title of my poem is Soldier Unseen. It's written based on a true incident, actually. On a sudden call at midnight, he rushed to the Grand Hotel, dancing fire from a corner, dreadful screaming voices on one side, constant rifles noise on the other. Veiled faces of terrorists hit, the dark clouds moved fast, infants, mothers, and the old, abled and disabled got struck. The uniform inspired him. The badge motivated him. He held his pistol with bravery. Holding the collars of culprits, he caught them at once. He shot some one by one. Focused mind mentored him. Concerned heart consoled him. Shedding his painful tears, he saved citizens one by one. The burnt building gave him bravery. Terrorizing team was under the threat. Fear feared the fearing folks. Bravery boosted brave brains. Bravery boosted brave brains. Thank you.
Wow, that was about a soldier. What a brilliant lines, ma'am. That's a great tribute, I would say. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Mr. Setaluri Padma, please welcome Anpa Marndi. Anpa Marndi. Please welcome Anpa Marndi. Anpa ji, please unmute your mic. Okay, please welcome Shyamaprasad Patnaik.
One minute. Sorry for the interruption. Good evening, dear friends and renowned poets. And thank you, Prasanna ji, for inviting me to recite my poem. The title of my poem is Inspiration for Rejuvenation. It is a motivational poem. Title is Inspiration for Rejuvenation. Inspiration rejuvenates willpower and boosts morale, enhance capability for conscientious application. It helps when prospects disoriented, losing positive direction. Facilitates efforts, ensuring excellent grade in adored mission. Everyone must be inspired by tiny busy bees, even little ants, to count on power of unity. Through unity, we accumulate indomitable strength and courage to function resolutely for reaching a cherished destination. Footprints of eminent statesmen inspire us to subdue odds, to excel in eventual mission. My beloved's blue transcendent eyes, blushing smile, pleasing behavior, cozy, selfless love inspires me evermore. Renowned poets inspire us to utilize mighty quills, spill wonderful words naturally, emitting divine creation. And that is the end of my poem. Thanks for watching and listening. Thank you.
Really inspiring, sir. Thank you. So beautifully expressed. And thank you for making it tonight. It's always the same link that it's supposed to join with the same link every Sunday. Thank you. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Shyamaprasad Patnaik. Please welcome Anpa Marndi.
Thank you.
प्लीज सुनाइएगा आपका कविता सर संथाली भाषा में संथाली भाषा में
ओके मेरा पोएम है लैंड हासा sorog ar bang parangot lagin bangkhan jahanak nyam lagin ᱤᱧ ᱫᱩᱧ ᱠᱷᱚᱡᱚᱜ ᱠᱟᱱᱟ ᱢᱤᱫ ᱵᱤᱛ ᱦᱟᱥᱟ ᱡᱟᱦᱟᱸ ᱪᱮᱛᱟᱱ ᱨᱮ ᱠᱮᱴᱮᱡ ᱠᱟᱛᱮᱧ ᱛᱤᱸᱜᱩ ᱠᱚᱜᱼᱟ ᱢᱮᱱ ᱜᱚᱫᱟᱹᱧ ᱱᱚᱣᱟ ᱫᱚ ᱤᱧᱟᱹᱜ ᱫᱷᱟᱹᱨᱛᱤ ᱵᱤᱥᱛᱤ ᱫᱚ ᱵᱟᱝᱜᱮ ᱤᱧ ᱫᱩᱧ ᱠᱷᱚᱡ ᱠᱟᱱ ᱛᱟᱦᱮᱱ ᱢᱤᱫ ᱵᱤᱛ ᱞᱟᱡ ᱞᱟᱹᱜᱤᱫ ᱢᱤᱫ ᱪᱩᱯᱩᱫ ᱦᱟᱥᱟ ᱞᱟᱡᱟᱣ ᱩᱠᱩ ᱞᱟᱹᱜᱤᱫ ᱞᱩᱜᱽᱲᱤ ᱵᱷᱚᱨᱥᱟ ᱛᱟᱦᱮᱱ ᱞᱟᱹᱜᱤᱫ ᱥᱟᱹᱲᱤᱢ ᱟᱨ ᱵᱟᱧᱪᱟᱣ ᱠᱟᱛᱮᱧ ᱛᱟᱦᱮᱸ ᱫᱟᱲᱮᱭᱟᱜ ᱢᱟ ᱫᱤᱥᱚᱢ ᱦᱚᱲ ᱥᱟᱢᱟᱝ ᱨᱮ ᱤᱧ ᱦᱚᱸ ᱦᱚᱲ ᱠᱟᱹᱱᱟᱹᱧ ᱤᱧ ᱱᱚᱰᱮ ᱦᱟᱥᱟ ᱫᱚ ᱤᱧᱟᱹᱜ ᱫᱚ ᱦᱟᱥᱟ ᱫᱚ ᱩᱠᱩᱨᱤ ᱡᱟᱦᱟᱸ ᱨᱮ ᱥᱟᱜᱮᱱ ᱠᱚᱜᱼᱟ ᱤᱧᱟᱹᱜ ᱠᱩᱠᱢᱩ ᱡᱤᱣᱤ ᱟᱨ ᱞᱮᱜᱮᱡ ᱞᱮᱜᱮᱡ ᱦᱩᱴᱟᱹᱨ ᱵᱟᱦᱟ ᱥᱟᱞᱜᱟᱣ ᱯᱮᱥᱮ ᱢᱤᱫ ᱪᱤᱨᱜᱟᱹᱞ ᱥᱮᱨᱮᱧ ᱠᱩᱥᱤ ᱜᱚᱫᱚᱜ ᱟᱹᱧ ᱡᱤᱣᱤ ᱤᱧᱟᱹᱜ ᱡᱤᱵᱚᱱ ᱡᱟᱡᱩᱜ ᱞᱟᱹᱜᱤᱫ ᱡᱚᱦᱟᱨ ᱜᱮ थैंक्स
एक्सलेंट एक्सलेंट सर एक्सलेंट थैंक यू आने के लिए बहुत धन्यवाद आप सुनाने के लिए भी that was in Santhali language my dear friends that was Anpa Marndi please give a round of applause please welcome Dr. Jahangir Alam Rustom Dr. Jahangir Alam Rustom
Greetings from Bangladesh. Thank you, Shobha, for inviting me and to meet with the world famous poet and poetess. Today I will recite two poems from my different two poetry books.
Only one, sir. Only one. Only one.
Okay, only one I will recite from the book, The Window of Love. The name of the poem, Alluring Fragrance. A rose garland as deep for you, an alluring event. String love around me, you are a laughing angel. When melody strikes in my mind's window, I pour all the plans to your heart, forgetting my pain and sorrow. Some fairies come from heaven to take the fragrance. Bees and butterflies are ancient and intoxicated. They are in a trance. In the bond of love, in life and death, we will live together. Stay with me and will not leave me forever. I cherish your memory in my heart as an alluring fragrance. I swear in your name I will sing and dance in your stance. Thank you.
Such a beautiful rendition, sir. You're being called as a love poet. Please give a round of applause to the love poet, sir, Dr. Jahangir. Rustom. I love your smile, sir. Thanks for coming. And please, please welcome Sylvia Ang. Sylvia.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Sylvia, please go ahead.
Okay. This one I may or I may not read it, but anyhow, I'll do it again. A bit into my childhood. It's called The Train Ride. As I got up to the MRT train at Serangoon MRT, in came my father, a discipline master. He will cane me if I don't finish the homework on time. Ask me how I learned English. He alighted. At Butley MRT, in came my mother, a motherly figure, and she will cook me porridge with preserved vegetables, salted eggs, peanut, and luncheon meat. Hand wash my clothing by the cherry tree. Give me burnt testament in water from the medium in temper when I was sick. She alighted. At Tai Seng MRT, in came my elder sister who carried me around the kampung when I was a toddler, spooning me peanut soup and porridge. Watch me learn to ride, learn to walk in the sand. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay. She alighted at Macpherson MRT. In came my younger brother who followed me for brisk walk at Botanic Garden. Watch him play marble with his buddy. Brought him to catch spider in a matchbox. He alighted. There are people in our life that teach us, mold us, and make us whole. Others came to teach us lesson and to change to be a better person. That's all. Thank you.
Exactly, Sylvia. You have taken us to the childhood and a peek into childhood. Beautiful. Some people come and some leave, but everyone teaches us something. That was Sylvia. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Hira Nawaz. Ma'am Hira Nawaz.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Am I audible? Okay.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
First of all, good evening, everybody. My name is Ms. Hira Nawaz. I'm a teacher, a writer, and a poetess by profession. I've been taking part in open mic, especially this platform, for quite some time now. And I would like to thank Prasanna sir for inviting me every week. And I'm going to recite a poem. One minute, I just have to open my computer and search where it is.
In meantime, you could take someone, ma'am. Thank
One
you.
minute,
And
I just got it.
please
Okay,
welcome.
this is called Little Things Matter. And this is actually, this poem is about sometimes in our computerized world, we have so many complicated gizmos like, washing machines and like mobile phones, computers, etc. But whereas sometimes when we have all these complicated mechanical and technical gizmos, we fail to think of the smaller beauties of life. And sometimes it's these smaller things which matter more than all these gizmos. So, for example, we place so much importance on perfume, but have we ever thought of the fragrance of a flower? Like that, I've mentioned a number of things where it's better to think of the small things because small things mean a lot. Little things matter. A computer is a multifaceted genius marvel upon whose several uses one can raise a toast. For email allows one to cover long distances. But can that any day be compared to the letter post? A eau de cologne perfume captures sensibilities. For who will not? But can this any day be substituted or replaced by the fragrance of freshly picked garden flowers? My smartphone is professional, efficient, and versatile. A modern day miracle for children, women, and men. But despite its speed for the execution of transactions, can it, alas, be any day compared to the uniqueness of the pen? The TV is the indefatigable icing on the gadget cake, for it visually shows the world's beautiful, captivating look. But can the idiot box ever assume the deep pleasures that one derives on reading voraciously classical books? Remember, my dear friend, it is in the scheme of things that it is not the big things, but the little things that matter. For in life, the little things are and become the big things. And the proof is in the records and hearts they shatter. Thank you so much. I'm sorry there's a bit of a technical problem in my smartphone. I'll try to get it repaired before the next open mic. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And please give a round of applause, my friends. Please welcome Dr. Radhashri.
Namaste, sir. Namaste to Prasanna Kumar specially for giving me this opportunity. This is a Telugu language poem, but translation also will be given in English so that all people will enjoy.
Sir, only gist.
Gist. Telugu jatiki vandanam, mana Telugu jatiki vandanam. Telugu bhashaku chandanam, mana Telugulaku harichandanam. వేల ఏండ్లుగా విశ్వమందున విస్తరించిన జాతి మనది, ఆలపించిన పాట కరణిన అలరుచుండెడు భాష మనది. ఐతరేయ బ్రాహ్మణములో సైతమున్నది మన ప్రసక్తి, కాకతీయుల పాలనములో కథలు తెలుపును మనదు శక్తి. దిస్ ఈస్ ది గ్రేట్నెస్ ఆఫ్ తెలుగు లాంగ్వేజ్ అండ్ తెలుగు ల్యాండ్. ఘనతరం మగు న్యాయ ఘోషకు కనక వర్షము కురిచెనిచ్చట. God has rained gold coins, taking a great judicial decision in Telugu land. A king has sentenced his son to death. Based on that, God has given golden coins rain in Telugu land. Dhanataram magu nyaya ghoshaku kanaka varshamu kurichenichata కన్నుల సగిన భక్తి తత్వము కని మహేశుడు మురిసెనిచ్చట నారసింహుని ఉగ్ర రూపమునంచి చెంచిత పెండ్లి ఆడగ భక్తవర్యుని అప్పులను భగవంతుడే చెల్లించనిచ్చట. God has come and repaid the loans of a devotee. This is the greatness of Telugu land. ముర్యురీతిన భారతమ్మును ముగ్గురయ్యలు వ్రాసిరిచ్చట భక్తి మధురిమ రంగరించిన భాగవత సుధ నిండెనిచ్చట కల్లలెరుగని పల్లె జీవుల ఎంకి పాటలు పండెనిచ్చట రసికులగు కవి దిగ్గజమ్ములు ప్రబంధములను తీర్చిరిచ్చట చిన్న హృదయుల పరవశింపగజేయ వెలసిన మృదుల భాష సంఘ సంస్కరణముల కొరకై సాగి వచ్చిన కలల యోష సరిగమలతో చెలిమి చేసిన శారదాంబకు కర్ణభూష తమకు తామై ఉపికి వచ్చిన ధన్యజీవుల కృతుల ఘోష తెలుగు జాతికి వందనం మన తెలుగులకు హరిచందనం. So many miracles have happened here. Those things I have mentioned. There is a devotee who has given his eyes to the Lord. That is also a great thing. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. That was lovely. That was lovely. Thanks for your presence. Thanks for, sharing your piece on Telugu language, the importance and the historic, significance of it and devotional connection, basically. Thank you, sir. That was
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
Please welcome Dr. Shobha Deshpande. Dr. Shobha Deshpande. Please unmute your mic, ma'am.
वनकम, नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड इवनिंग, गुड नाइट, सब कुछ। मेरा नाम शोभा देशपांडे, आपकी शोभा और सहज की शोभा। और आज प्रोग्राम्स तो बहुत अच्छे करे, तो आज तेलुगु में बोलूंगी। मैं 3 लैंग्वेजेस में लिखूंगी, ये आपको मालूम ही है। आज प्रकृति के बारे में लिखूंगी। शीर्षिका प्रकृति। అందమైన ప్రకృతిని తిలకించడం, అందమైన ప్రకృతిని తిలకించడం, ప్రకృతి యొక్క చల్లదనాన్ని ఆస్వాదించడం, ప్రకృతి యొక్క చల్లదనాన్ని ఆస్వాదించడం, రకరకాల పుష్పాలతో వాసనలను ముక్కుతో ఆస్వాదించడం, రకరకాల కుసుమాలను సువాసనలను ముక్కుతో ఆస్వాదించడం, ఆకుపచ్చని చెట్లు ఇరువైపులా ఉండడం, ఆకుపచ్చని చెట్లు ఇరువైపులా ఉండడం, ఆకులు గాలికి కదిలి పిల్లగాలులు మనకు మన ముంగురులను తాకడం, ఆకులు గాలికి కదిలి పిల్లగాలులు మన ముంగురులను కదలడం, చెట్లు మనకు ఆక్సిజన్ ఇవ్వడం, చెట్లు మనకు ఆక్సిజన్ ఇవ్వడం, స్వచ్ఛమైన గాలితో మన ఆరోగ్యమును బాగు చేసుకోవడం, స్వచ్ఛమైన గాలితో మన ఆరోగ్యమును బాగు చేసుకొనడం, ప్రకృతిలో అనేక ఔషధ మూలికలు దొరకడం, ప్రకృతిలో అనేక ఔషధ మూలికలు దొరకడం, ముఖ్యంగా ఊపిరితిత్తులను శుభ్రపరచడం, ముఖ్యంగా ఊపిరితిత్తులను శుభ్రపరచడం, చెట్లతో సమయానికి వర్షం పడటం, చెట్లు ఉన్నచో సమయానికి వర్షం పడటం, జీవ జంతువులకు కూడా నీడనివ్వడం, జీవ జంతువులకు కూడా నీడనివ్వడం, ఇంటి ముందు చెట్లు పెట్టడం, తద్వారా ఇంటికి అందం మరియు ఆక్సిజన్ దొరకడం, ఇంటి ముందు చెట్లు పెట్టడం, తద్వారా ఇంటికి అందం మరియు ఆక్సిజన్ దొరకడం, ఇంటిని తోటగా మార్చుకోవడం। हम एक जगह गए तो पूरा घर ऑफ द पोर्शन पूरा ये करे, क्या बोलते, गार्डन बनाए बोले साहब। ఇంటిని తోటగా మార్చుకోవడం, మన చేతులతో పండించిన కూరగాయలను తినడం, आजकल पालक वगैरह भी घर में बना रहे, तो మన చేతులతో పండించిన కూరగాయలను తినడం, ఇంటి పైకప్పుపై నడవడానికి పచ్చని గడ్డి పెంచడం, ఇంటి పైకప్పుపై నడవడానికి పచ్చని గడ్డి పెంచడం, ప్రకృతి కాంతలో మనము ఊయలలూగడం, ప్రకృతి కాంతలో మనము ఊయలలూగడం, చెట్ల కట్టెలతో ఇంటికి అలంకరణమైన వస్తువులను చేసుకోవడం, చెట్ల కట్టెలతో ఇంటికి అలంకరమైన వస్తువులను చేసుకోవడం, వంటకు వాడుకోమ। अभी भी गाँव में खाना बना रहे, इधर भी बनाते कभी कभी। వంటకు వాడుకోవడం, స్కూల్ కాలేజ్లలో అనేక వస్తువులను తయారు చేయడం, కర్రలతో ఇళ్లను నిర్మించడం, ఇలా అనేక ఉపయోగాలు మనం పొందడం. అందుకరకే మీరు చెట్లను నాటి మీ యొక్క 5 నిమిషాలు అమూల్యమైన సమయాన్ని కేటాయించి నీరు పోసి ఆ చెట్టును పెంచమని కోరుకుంటూ మీ శోభ. ధన్యవాదాలండి ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన ప్రసన్న గారికి.
Thank you, ma'am.
రూపాలి మేడం ధన్యవాదాలు. పొద్దునకి వాదికి
Nice environment. This is own environment. So, growing trees and thank you, ma'am. Thank you. As you are very cheerful with your message always. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Dr. Jayashree Patnaik.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to give rendition on the disease AIDS. All have listened poems about life, music, etc. But my rendition is totally different because today is World AIDS Day, and I am now creating awareness through this poem. The title of the poem is Empathy More Than Sympathy. Empathy more than sympathy. The poem runs like this. Every day darkness deepens, every night sky blackens, everywhere duskiness. Every day darkness deepens, every night sky blackens, everywhere duskiness. Earth throbs, clutching sighs of unplumbed woes, afflictions for AIDS. Earth throbs, clutching sighs of unplumbed woes, afflictions for AIDS. The blades of grass, full of dewdrops, silencing ignorant, uneducated cohabitants. The blades of grass, full of dewdrops, silencing ignorant, uneducated cohabitants. My tiger desires, approaching fast to eliminate, eradicate AIDS. My tiger desires, approaching fast to eliminate, eradicate AIDS. O Lord of silence, affected men with respect. O Lord of silences, teach men to treat AIDS affected men with respect. Show open arms toward sufferers with liberal mindset. Encourage prevention, treatment. Show open arms toward sufferers with liberal mindset. Encourage prevention, treatment. Don't hurt people, hurt disease, so that we see life's light. Don't hurt people, hurt disease, so that we see life's light. That really makes things very much bright, brilliant, fluent, and lucent. That really makes things very much bright, brilliant, fluent, and lucent. Now, this is the last stanza of my poem, AIDS. I have completed the AIDS poem. Thanks, dear friends, for your patience to listen the poem. Special thanks to Kumar Prasanna, the esteemed organizer of Fertile Brains. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for reading and remembering that this is World AIDS Day, and December 1st is celebrated as. And thank you for creating awareness through your poem. So beautiful. This is very much needed. Very much needed. And I salute to your social concern. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Uh, please give a round of applause to Dr. Gangalakshmi Patnaik. Please welcome Til Kumari Sharma.
Okay, thank you very much, Kumarji. And I'm glad to recite the poem now. I am appearing after a long time here because of my busy life. So I am going to recite a poem about the war of the Israel, then Gaza, Palestine. It is here that war should not be there from both sides. Bomb and missiles should not on the homes, any buildings, hospitals, schools, and people of any country. Conscious leader or soldiers should not kill people. Why Gaza children are in pitiable condition? It is cruelty of modern technology. I plead to Israel not to hit the children, parents, and family members. Don't be like Iago, as plain, be kind leader with humanitarian concept. Never trust a woman figure to use or rape. The earth will turn in another side if you kill and separate the children, parents, and family. Stop the war by both sides. Stay where you both were previously. Respect each other's religion. No war will emerge. Love the land where you live. Never kill the people of every part of earth. If you check your missile, use in jungle or sea where people do not live and do not kill even animal, birds, and insects. Please never kill people. Israel should be conscious not to kill opposite people to do not be like same Hitler to kill Jews. So humanity by saving people of another religion or of Gaza. See the tearful condition of Gaza. Why we do not make law or superior to religions. We respect Jews, Muslims, and all religions. Scholar knows what humanity is, but please respect the humanitarian voice of literary worth. Love people and never kill each other. It is Gaza where children are weeping. We cannot hear sad sound of any children and humans of both parts. So please stop war and never use your bomb and missiles to kill every human being in our country. There is never conflict of religions. We respect each other. We are with multi-religions. It is wisdom that we are with multi-religions. So we never fight. Our country is of many religious people. We proud for that. So we are civilized. So live where you are with mingling human thoughts. My plea to Israel, Gaza, and Palestine not to fight. My plea to Israel, Gaza, and Palestine not to fight. Live where you are, please. Live where you are, please. Okay, thank you very much, Prasanna ji and other friends.
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent peace message. Oh, it will reach
Okay, thank
reach
you.
across. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This is very important for the times
Yeah,
of
thank
these
you.
days. These times. Thank you, ma'am. Please give a round of applause, my dear friend. That was Til Kumari Sharma. Please welcome CJ. Yes, ma'am. Please unmute you.
Yeah, Kumarji, I have finished my poem.
Prasanna, am I reading or do you want me to wait?
You. CJ, it's your turn.
Okay. The poem is called Americana Was My Grandmother's Glory. A needle and thread. A needle and crochet needle. A ballad. Sewing American democracy together one stitch at a time. Our grandmothers and Grace Wisher sewed American democracy together one stitch at a time. One silent stitch and vote at a time. Americana doesn't see us. We're the silent seamstress holding on to hope and covering ourselves and our grandmother's glory. We vote because our grandmothers couldn't. We believe in Purple Mountain majesty and vote for American democracy. You will find us from sea to shining sea, standing nobly above fruited plains, even when we're uncelebrated and unacknowledged. Even when no one sees me, I'm there, cloaked in belief, wearing deferred dreams as a banner yet waved. I'm the 92% of Black womanhood that voted for a first time ever Black woman president, still holding on to needle and thread in our weary hands, still stitching the red, white, and blue together all over the land. Unseen, holding on to hope. Black women believe in a system of government that never embraced us back. We are our grandmother's glory. Were it not for Black women in America, there wouldn't be an American story.
That was powerful. That was powerful, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you for making it to your morning at tonight or evening. Thank you, my dear friend. Thank you. And that brings us to the end of our recital for today. With a poem of mine, I would be ending this show. Please bear with me. They appear to be in the heights of exotic opulence, wealth of abundance, but what you find is missing cadence, with no mental consonance, imbalance with souls at pace, to make waves of providence. The heights always camouflage themselves with indulgence of superfluous extravagance, with no trace of real fragrance. The sand calls, yet ego whimpers. The wind blows, yet the AC turns on. The music of simplicity goes amiss, yet for common citizens, a name to scale and reach heights. That's the paradox. Thank you, my dear friends. Hope you got the message. Thank you.
Thanks for another lovely day, Prasanna.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Sleep well.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kumarji. And I give thanks to other friends also. Thank you.
Ma'am. Please. The same link you could join next week.